Hello everyone. Today we would be talking about management of ATMs and what are the different activities that a bank undertakes in order to manage the ATM network that it has. First and foremost, it has to be understood that when a bank is having a ATM network, it requires a very huge amount of capital investment that is has to be made as assets have to be acquired in order to manage, as well as skilled experts are required in order to manage such a huge infrastructure of ATM networks. The prominent mode in current times for maintenance of ATMs is outsourcing. Banks outsource all the activities of starting from identification of location. So outsource outsourcing of the below activities is undertaken by the banks. So outsourcing activities include first and foremost identification of locations, then the second one is installation of ATMs, after that, and services for maintenance. Okay, all of these activities are done on the basis of outsourcing, and these outsourcing activities are done on the basis of contracts. Okay, contracts are given to people and ATM managing between the banks and the ATM managing parties, and it is done on the basis of leasing. Okay, so leasing contracts are signed for 5 years. 5 years तक के लीजिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किए जाते हैं, एंड 5 years और मोर के लीजिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किए जाते हैं. मिनिमम 5 years और मोर. So these leasing contracts help the banks in order to undertake the activities. Now there are several ATM management services which are required. For example, UPS is required, generator is required, network and switch configurations have to be undertaken, communication systems have to be established, then after VSAT instruments have to be established, and the manufacturing has to be done, site implementation has to be done, ATMs have to be installed, and all of these services can majorly be divided into 4 different categories. So the category of services offered includes the first one, which is known as transaction process. Okay, transaction process. The transaction process includes that every transaction which is to be undertaken from the ATM machines, for that the communication systems have to be ensured 24/7. Okay, so under the transaction process, the first activity that has to be ensured is 24/7 communication networks have to be established, and from ATM to bank, and in the process of the communication networks to be established, you have to ensure that every activity, everything, every identity has to be checked and verified, and then the transaction has to proceed further. So this authentication and identification of a person has to be undertaken from the person at the machine level to the account holder. So जो कार्ड आप एंटर कर रहे हो या फिर इंसर्ट कर रहे हो स्लॉट में, उस कार्ड के डिटेल्स को रीड किया जाता है, फिर ये डिटेल्स को रीड करने के बाद आपके कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम्स के थ्रू बैंक के नेटवर्क या फिर बैंक के सर्वर से कम्युनिकेट किया जाता है, वहाँ से उस पर्सन के अकाउंट के इन्फॉर्मेशन को रिट्रीव किया जाता है, चेक किया जाता है, वेरीफाई किया जाता है, ऑथेंटिकेट किया जाता है, एंड देन the amount which is there in this particular bank account this account holders the amount which is there in the account holders account has to be verified whether ये उस लिमिट के अंडर में आता है कि नहीं आता. If it comes under it, then the cash would be withdrawn, and immediately as soon as the cash withdrawal takes place, the bank network has to be communicated that XYZ amount has been withdrawn from this particular ATM machine, and वहाँ से आपका ट्रांजेक्शन आगे प्रोसेस होता है और आपके अकाउंट में से उतने पैसे डिडक्ट हो जाते हैं बिकॉज यू हैव withdrawn that particular money. So this has to be ensured in a seamless manner where nowhere in the process there has to be any type of breakages or glitches in communication, because communication is the key in this case. Or the systems, the more robust the systems would be, the better the ATMs can function. So इसलिए ट्रांजेक्शन प्रोसेस में कम्युनिकेशन चेन को आपने अच्छे से एस्टैब्लिश करना है. देन the next one or the next activity under the communication systems or categories of services offered is field services. Field services include the activities of physical security, first and foremost. Physical security has to be undertaken, then housekeeping activities have to be taken care of. Then after, cash replenishments, that is, you have to deposit or you have to fill up the ATM machine again whenever the money is over in that particular ATM machines. Then collection and processing of checks, collection and processing of checks and cash deposit envelopes, and daily cash balance as well as reconciliation has to be undertaken. In the field services, there are two different categories of services that are included. The first one is known as the first field services or first level services. First level maintenance. First level maintenance पे you have to undertake the type of services like resolving simple hardware problems. Okay, simple hardware problems को first level maintenance में include किया जाता है. Simple hardware problems. Then you have to undertake the activities of such as currency jam हो जाता है या फिर रिसीप्ट जैम हो जाता है, तब उसे आप फर्स्ट लेवल मेंटेनेंस में डालते हो. ऑन द अदर हैंड, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द सेकेंड लेवल मेंटेनेंस, second level maintenance में you would be including the activities such as UPS failures. UPS is basically the backup power that is available to it. Then machine failure. After that, you would be having repair of VSAT devices. Now, repair of VSAT devices means these are the devices which help in communication systems, which help in the proper manner in which the communication has to be undertaken. So, ये जो चीज़ें हैं, this could be undertaken with the particular type of second level maintenance. Second level maintenance and first level maintenance services together occupy about 99% of the firms or the banks outsourcing demand. They constitute 99% of outsourcing demands. Now, it is a very difficult task to maintain these two different types of services, because at any point of time, all the ATM machines would be having some problem or the other, and these services ensure that seamlessly everything goes on without any sort of problems. Okay, the way in which the ATM networks work now is because of the fact that these services are undertaken in a very easy and up-to-date manner. If these services are not undertaken, then ATMs will not be able to function in a appropriately seamless manner. Then we have managed services. Now, managed services का मतलब है कि these are the services which are involved in type of provision of certain things like ACs, then generators, UPS, cameras, furnitures, fixtures. All of these things are included in the managed services. For the एक और चीज़ है which is a very important thing is lighting. All of these things play a very important role when you are undertaking transactions with the help of ATM machines. These activities or these facilities which are provided in the ATMs help the particular bank in order to give these services in a seamless manner. Say for example, if the ACs are not functioning well, then कहीं ना कहीं पे ATM machines अच्छे से कैश नहीं डिस्पेंस कर पाते. दैट्स वाई व्हाट वी सी इज दैट ATM मशीन के अंदर में जो लॉबी रहती है उसके अंदर में दो AC चल रहे होते हैं. The cooler the ATM machine is, the easier it is for it to dispense the cash. Further, generators are required in order to have a seamless power supply. UPS is required in order to have a seamless supply. Cameras are there for providing security in a particular ATM lobby. Then furnitures and fixtures are required in order to undertake the transactions in a smoother manner, in order to give the facilities to the consumers as well as or the customers, as well as to ensure that the guard is always available in that particular ATM network ATM में हमेशा guard available हो, तो इसीलिए ये वाली services उन सबको दी जाती हैं. Now, providing bank with information, all of these things, okay, a proper back office is required. These all services require a proper back office. Why? Because अगर ये services provide करने के लिए back office नहीं है तो कहीं ना कहीं पे you will not be able to undertake the transactions in a much more in a smoother manner. You will not be able to ensure that transactions seamlessly undertake किए जा रहे हैं. कहीं ना कहीं पे कुछ ना कुछ problems arise होते रहेंगे. Further, these services which are provided help the bank in order to understand कि कहाँ पे कौन से लोकेशन में कितना कैश विड्रॉ हो रहा है, कहाँ पे डिमांड ज़्यादा है ATM मशीन्स की, कहाँ पे कम है, तो वहाँ पे एक और ATM मशीन लगाने के लिए प्लान किया जा सकता है. Further, another managed invisible services include the insurance cover related to work for cash in ATM and inside in the transit cash vans. तो इन सभी चीज़ों के अलावा एक और इंश्योरेंस का कॉन्सेप्ट भी आता है. नाउ, इंश्योरेंस इज फॉर टू डिफरेंट टाइप्स. ओके, फर्स्ट इंश्योरेंस लिया जाता है कैश इन ट्रांजिट के लिए. कैश इन ट्रांजिट का मतलब दैट आई हैव टेकन दिस कैश और आई वांट टू डिपॉजिट दिस कैश इनसाइड अ ATM मशीन एंड आई टेक दिस कैश फ्रॉम द बैंक टिल द ATM मशीन. तो यहाँ पे इन दोनों पॉइंट्स के बीच में जब कैश ट्रांजिट में रहता है उसे हम उसके लिए भी इंश्योरेंस लिया जाता है. बिकॉज इट माइट बी पॉसिबल दैट समवन कम्स टू नो दैट कैश इज इन ट्रांजिट, अ ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ कैश इज इन ट्रांजिट, सो दे माइट ट्राई टू अटैक दैट पर्टिकुलर vehicle which is carrying this cash. So in order to prevent such a thing, or if it happens, if this untoward incident happens and a robbery takes place, then a bank is able to ensure that कि ये पैसे उसे वापस कहीं ना कहीं पे वो इंश्योर्ड रहे. इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू फेस अ ह्यूज लॉसेस बिकॉज ऑफ इट, दो देयर वुड बी अ इन्वेस्टिगेशन विच वुड बी अंडरटेकन, बट लॉसेस उसके मिनिमम होंगे अगर ये कैश इन ट्रांजिट का इंश्योरेंस उसने लिया हुआ है. फर्दर कैश इन ट्रांजिट के अलावा एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे ये रहती है कि द सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ इंश्योरेंस इज इंश्योरेंस इन द ATM मशीन्स. ओके, कैश इन ATM मशीन. ATM मशीन के अंदर में जो कैश रखा है उसके लिए भी इंश्योरेंस लिया जाता है, बिकॉज इट माइट बी पॉसिबल दैट पीपल माइट पिक अप द एंटायर ATM मशीन और ATM मशीन को लूट के लेके जाए. ATM मशीन में रॉबरी हो तो उस टाइम पे भी वो पैसे बैंक के हैं, वो किसी के नहीं है. अभी तक किसी ने विड्रॉ नहीं किए हैं, बिकॉज नो वन हैज़ विड्रॉन इट. सो बैंक के वो पैसे हैं. बैंक इज होल्डिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर लिक्विडिटी in its hand, and if it loses this money it is going to create a very adverse situation for the consumers as well as for the entire customer base and the banking system in the whole. So इसीलिए वो लोग क्या करते हैं कि ATM मशीन में जो कैश रखा है उसके लिए भी इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं. तो मैनेज सर्विसेज में ये सारी चीज़ें इंक्लूड की जाती हैं. देन देर आर द फोर्थ टाइप ऑफ सर्विसेज नोन एज asset related services. Okay, asset related services means asset related services. Now asset related services include outsourcing of the way in which the activities are to be undertaken. यहाँ पे packages offer किए जाते हैं by the companies who are offering ATM management services. Now they provide end-to-end solutions. End-to-end solutions are provided. Now what are the end-to-end solutions which are provided? यहाँ पे दो motives रहते हैं. दो motives behind this is, first the banks can concentrate their work on the core solutions or the core activities that they are offering, and rather than managing the IT infrastructure and troubleshooting everything, what they can do is that वो core banking activities के ऊपर अपना concentration रख सकते हैं. Every other activity is outsourced because the bank should concentrate on providing banking services rather than maintaining the assets or managing the services related to ATMs. So what they do is that whatever activities are related to the ATM networks, they offer it to another parties so that they can effectively manage it. Because they are specialists, they will be able to manage it, and the bank would stick to offer just the banking solutions to the people. Now this would create sort of a distinction between what is important for a bank and what is the secondary function for a bank. So secondary functions को outsource कर दिए जाते हैं. Primary functions को, that is collection of cash and collection of deposits and giving out of loans, becomes the primary activities of the bank, and additional services जितने भी देने हैं, जितने भी अकाउंट के रिलेटेड के मैनेजमेंट के एक्टिविटीज़ है, वो सारे सर्विसेज बैंक ऑफर करता है. एंड दिस अलाउज द बैंक टू ऑफर द बैंकिंग सर्विसेज इन अ बेस्ट मैनर पॉसिबल टू द कंज्यूमर. Service provider further delegate the work to other respective vendors for their maintenance. For example, one company is there which is saying that okay, I will offer ATM management solutions to the XYZ bank. So what it does is that AC generators, UPS, cameras, furniture, fixtures, lighting, cash deposit के लिए facilities, insurance के लिए facilities, communication systems के लिए सारे facilities, तो एक composite package बना के वो बैंक को offer करता है. What the bank would be doing is that it would be giving this contract to this particular ATM management company, and ATM management company in turn what it would be doing is it would be offering the entire service package. Okay, जितना भी पूरा सर्विस का पैकेज है वो पूरा ले जाके वो एक इंसान वो अलग अलग लोगों को वो एक होल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेगा और उन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के अंदर में सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स बना के वो दूसरे लोगों को वो बांट देगा. दिस अलाउज everyone to undertake their activities in a seamless manner, in a smooth manner, and बैंक को सिर्फ एक ही इंसान को पकड़ना है कि अगर कोई सोल्यूशन चाहिए किसी एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस या फिर किसी एक पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी में कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है तो वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही पर्सन को पकड़े और एक उसी से वो पूछताछ करे कि भाई ये क्यों अच्छे से नहीं चल रहा. सो अकाउंटेबिलिटी इज़ मच मोर सिंपलर इन दिस केस, and this ensures that activities related to ATMs are undertaken in a seamless and smooth manner. In the next video we would be talking about the challenges of ATM management from the viewpoint of the bank, and from if ATM service is being offered in the rural areas, what are the additional challenges that a bank has to fix. Thank you.